Hello, hello. My name is Amy Ames, and today, as you can see from our title, we're playing Our Life Beginnings and Always. And honestly, I'm a tad bit scared because I haven't played this game before. I feel like most of the games I usually play are a tad bit familiar to me, at least. I've seen other people play what's called Elevator Hitch, or I completely forgot what kind of games I played this last week, but Memory Days and stuff like that. Like those types of games I played before, but this one, I'm just kind of running into the deep. And I remember seeing it on Steam/itch.io, but yeah. And I'd like to say there might be problems with the stream because okay, so if you've been in any of my previous streams, you would know that sometimes my computer isn't the best at handling games, and then my model lags out and stuff like that, and stuff gets weird sometimes. So it might be one of those streams. I mean, I tested it and it didn't seem that bad, but I don't know. I'm not trusting anything that's not a flash game on this computer. But yeah. So it might be one of those days. Let me pop open the game so we can get started. Where is it? Hello. Welcome in. Oh wait, I remember. Someone actually followed me while I was away, so thank you, Funklunky, for following me while I was off stream. Thank you. And welcome in, guys. Today we're playing Our Life Beginning and Always. I have no idea how this is gonna go, and hopefully things go well today. Oh, there it is. Okay. And let's move on to the gameplay screen. Okay, everything looks like it's good so far. Okay, let's go. Let's do a new file since I haven't played this game before. I tried testing it out a tiny smidge, but should be okay. Okay, would you like gameplay explanation sections to appear? Yes, let's go. So let's see what this game's about. Our Life tutorial time. Welcome to Our Life Beginnings and Always. There are various ways you can customize and interact with the game. This tutorial is an overview of how certain features work. You can read the full tutorial from the main menu to learn about everything in detail. To start off, the game is divided into 4 time periods called steps. Step 1, childhood. Step 2, adolescence. Step 3, young adulthood. And Step 4, adulthood. Our life is further divided into sets of vignettes? I don't know how to pronounce that. Anyways, that take place during specific periods of time. Those are called moments. Oh yeah, I just realized I'm streaming at a different time, or day at least today, so yeah, thank you for coming. You're coming today on a Tuesday. Usually I was gonna stream yesterday, but I was extremely tired. Honestly, I was extremely tired today too, but yeah. Moments can be played in any order or skipped entirely. You move on to the next step whenever you want by selecting that summer is ending. Step 1 to 3 include 5 moments each, and even more can be unlocked by purchasing DLCs. Some are out now, and other DLCs will release later on. I don't have any DLCs, I'm cheap. Yeah, rest is really important. Step 4 is an epilogue and doesn't include moments. A lot happens over the years that go by, especially in regard to the character you play as. You determine nearly everything about the main character: name, appearance, personality, pronouns, interests, skills, their relationship with major characters, and so on. Oh yeah, I remember this. This game has a lot of customization, which is like something I'm not used to at all. Like usually, it's like, this is your character. You get to name her. That's it. So let's see. You can decide to change the details as time goes on. With a few exceptions, your last name, skin tone, and eye color can't be altered once set. Much of the MC's basic traits are determined on a character creation screen. As MC grows up, more options become available on the screen. As mentioned, one of the decisions you'll get to make for your character is selecting a name. You can type in any name you like, or you can pick a preset name. Preset options are called voice names because the name will be voiced aloud by the romantic lead. You'll get to hear him say your name as you play through the story. Oh my god, that's so cute. Only the default name, Jamie, is included in the base game. Hundreds more can be added by using a free voice name expansion DLC. And it's okay guys, I got the DLC, so we get to hear my name. Well, as long as it's there. The full collection of names is separated out as a DLC because of how large it is. If you're not interested in that feature, you don't need to get it. Each name in the DLC belongs to or is selected by someone who supported this project. I know, right? I mean, it's saying people who support the project, so I pray there was at least one Amy that supported the project. I mean, Amy's a pretty common name, so let's hope. On the character creation screen, there's a cute doll you can decorate to get an idea of what your MC looks like with the different traits put together. Not all the things you decide about the MC appear on the doll. The script referencing what you decide for the MC is the main way these decisions influence the game. Our Life has a first-person perspective, so your character doesn't appear next to other character sprites. You only see the MC as the decorated doll and in special cut-in CG images. The cut-in CGs only appear if certain choices are made. It's possible not to see any during a playthrough? Oh my gosh, okay, now I'm worried. Like, imagine I pick every wrong answer and I don't get any special CGs. That'd be so sad. There's also a second type of special MC-based screen, the interest/comfort blah. Oh no. It's cause like, I'm kind of, how do I say this? I'm not trying to say that my personality is unlikable, but I feel like when I make choices in games, sometimes it's not the choices they want you to pick. The interest/comfort screen. Unless you get DLCs, the game has one love interest, Cove Holden. He grows up with the MC, and the interest/comfort screen is crucial for determining how that plays out. Interest level sets how much you like him. There are 4 levels: disinterest, fawn, crush, and love. Love is only available starting in step 3, and if you were at fond or crush in step 2. Okay, so in step 2, I have to be in one of these, you know. I have to basically show interest. Comfort determines how you generally react/think when it comes to him. There are 3 levels: nervous, relaxed, and direct. Oh my gosh, it sounds so complicated. Your level of interest and comfort will set the type of dynamic your character has with the love interest. What you did in the past will influence the present, and feelings can change over time. I guess there's consequences to my actions. I just have to lock in and be the best love interest ever. I would like to stay true to myself, but sometimes that doesn't always get you the guy. Also, you should, if you ever are actually dating like a real person, you should totally stay true to yourself. This is fake. This is all fake. We don't have to stay true to ourselves because we can always go back in time, load up a save, and become someone new. You get to pick your interest/comfort near the beginning of every step. Comfort to switch between the 3 levels as you please. Your interest level can only stay the same, or I'll just wait a bit. Okay, are we back? Okay, I think we're back. Oh god, I'm so sorry. Uh, I when did it happen? My apologies for that. Um, so I don't know what happened, but like it ended stream. But I think we should be fine now. If anyone can see me, can you like I don't know, put up a sign to make sure we're back? Oh my gosh, I hate when that happens. Can you guys see me? Okay, on the Twitch side, it says unstable. Let me refresh that to make sure. Just to make sure, because I want to make sure you guys are there. Okay. Okay, it's excellent now. Oh my gosh, that scares me. I hate it when that happens. I wonder if it's like an internet thing or like a computer thing, because like I know I have a pretty weak computer. But if it's an internet thing, then I might have to talk to my parents about that. Your current level of interest will become the new lowest option on the screen in the future. For example, if you decide to be fawn in step 1, okay, so like, I'm not sure if I read this, but I'll read this one more time. Oh, it's back? Okay, good. My apologies. This interest will not be available on the screen in step 2 and 3, which will make fawn the bottom level option for your relationship, okay? Thank you for the notification, that scared me. Interest level has an impact when it comes to physically interacting with Cove, while growing up things are rather simple. If you get along with one another and have a close relationship, you can choose to touch him. Touch him? Wow. and Cove will occasionally interact with MC in lighthearted and comforting ways. But starting in step 3, touching can become more romantic or suggestive if you're at crush or love. Do I have to censor things? I know, right? Like, I'm just so used to, like, the CGs, like, oh, you guys suddenly kissed or something, but, like, can I pet him? Oh my gosh, wait, I feel creepy saying that. I mean, I don't know how the touching feature will work, but it'll be interesting. To make sure things go nicely with that, there will be an extra choice to determine initiative level, and a bonus mini tutorial that goes along with the choice to explain the feature in more detail. It's a mini game? Basically, even if you decide to like Cove, the game won't force you to act on those feelings. Okay, I can't wait to see what that is. You can always choose not to get together with him, choose not to accept or give romantic gestures, etc. If you do decide to date Cove, though, you can't break up with him later. I guess we're trapped in a relationship then. Interest/comfort gets the basics down, but it's the choices that appear throughout the normal game events that decide what actually happens between the MC and Cove. And it isn't only the MC who is impacted by your decisions. Cove grows and changes over the years. How he's treated and what he experiences helps shape who he becomes. My actions have consequences. In step 2 and 3, Cove's personality and appearance and interests will vary based on what happened in the previous step. It's something of a mystery exactly how your decisions end up changing him. You can try to guess as you go along. Well, I hope I don't make him a bad person. Or if you prefer, you can also just design your own ideal Cove directly using the Cove Creator option that pops up at the beginning of steps 2 and 3. Well, I guess I could create my own dream guy. Making the choices you always... Excuse me. I know, right? And it's free, too. Making the choices you want is always more important than making a choice because you feel like you have to in order to get a certain result. When a choice does appear, usually you'll see that hovering the cursor over an option shows a certain color, yellow, blue, or green. The colors aren't related to specific points or effects. They're only there to give a bit of insight on the tone/emotion of the choice. Wait, that's kind of huge, honestly. It's saying like it'll give you like if it's sarcastic or like I don't know. It's just like, you know, I'm not sure if you guys ever played Ultimate games, but like sometimes you pick a choice and then the tone is like drastically different from the actual wording, and then you're like, oh no, that's not what I meant, and stuff. Okay. They're only there to give a bit of insight on the tone/emotion of the choice, since text alone can potentially be read in more than one way. Blue tends to be casual/straightforward, yellow more emotive/reactive, and green less certain/uncommitted. I hope it at least remembers to tell us what they mean. Okay, blue, casual, yellow, emotion, green, uncertain. Though there are hundreds of options in our life, and not every choice menu falls in line with that pattern. Picking just one color every time doesn't give up gameplay benefit. Only stick to a certain type if that's what you happen to like. Otherwise, switch between them freely. Always pick yellow, never pick yellow. Pursue romance right from the start. Never romance the love interest. Be disagreeable. Oh, hello, Barry. Thank you so much for coming. How did you find me? Be disagreeable or immensible. None of them will lead to a bad ending. So yeah, I'm playing this ultimate or like dating sim, and it has like hundreds of choices, and I'm going crazy over it. But welcome in. Oh wait, does that mean... Okay. You're welcome to enjoy the events and shape the story without reservation, and then, if you like, you can play again to try something new. There's only ever more good content to discover. Guys, I don't think I'm gonna discover everything in the 2 hours we're gonna play this. We hope you'll have a nice time with our life. Thank you for playing. Oh. Guys, we could create our own character! I love player customization, damn. Oh my gosh, look at all these choices. Oh, okay, let me change my name. Amy. Voice names. Barry, I'm gonna be honest, I think I know you. But I'm glad you like this game too. I can't wait to play it. Ask Chai. If you're the Barry I'm thinking about, if you're Barry Pipsqueak, ask Chai. Okay, I'll give you a hint actually. I like chairs. If you're the Barry I'm thinking of, the Barry that I know would know what I mean by I like chairs. But if you're not, then I'm so sorry that... I think I know you, but if you're not, I'm so sorry. This must be weird. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry if I made you uncomfortable. You just remind me of someone I knew. But welcome in, and I hope you like how we play the game. I mean, how I play the game. I never played this, so, yeah, my friend knows what I'm talking about. But yeah. Anyways, let's see the skincare, skin tone options. And looking at my model, I am pale AF. So let's see that. Let's see, I have brown eyes. Okay. And honestly, I'm just looking at my model, I'm like, which one looks most like me? But I've been hearing a lot of good things from this game. So like, I actually can't wait to play it, and it looks so, how do I say, thorough. A lot of features. Honestly, it's kind of overwhelming a bit. Let's see, I need side swap to the right. Ah, there. And let's see, where are the ponytail options? Oh wait, actually let me change it to white. Ah, don't freeze on me, game. Okay. 5th to a 10th as customizable as the second game? Oh my gosh, that sounds crazy. Well, at least I could tell the creators put a lot of care and thought into it. Yeah, on the Steam page, I saw a second one that's coming out. And in like 2026, so like, if it's anything like this, I can't. It's just so much. I can't wait. Oh wait, actually, this kind of looks like me, with the like low ponytail. It kind of looks weird because my head. It's free on Steam. I mean, the first game's free. I don't know if the second game is free, but like, we have time to figure that out. What's my face gonna be? That's good. Okay, I think this one's good. I think that's good. Okay, this is my face, and she pronouns. Do I have any birthmarks? No scars. Rosy cheeks? Ah, no, that kind of looks... Let's see. My cheeks are slightly rosy. Yeah, let's keep that. Let's do slender. And... okay, yeah, slender. I mean, we're kids, so... I don't have glasses. I didn't oh my gosh, my voice. My apologies. I didn't get glasses till I was like in high school, so... Kid me doesn't get glasses, how about that? I don't have any birthmarks, scars. It's only on my face. Freckles are only on my face. I mean, freckle-like, actually. If you look at my model, second game has a free demo. Ooh. Oh, thank you, Sai Najumu, for the raid. I really appreciate it. Wow, I've never been raided before. Thank you, and welcome in, everyone. Wow. Well, that sounds very exciting. Well, I hope once I get through our life, then we could play that second game. Yeah, I never seen this. I mean, I've seen it before. It's like 5 years old, I think. But, hello. Oh my gosh, I don't know how to act. Oh, I'm so excited more people showed, or like, tell me, thank you so much. But yeah, more time? Okay, Barry, do you mind giving me an estimate? Shirt, pants. Okay, that's honestly my clothing type. I'm not really a dress skirt type of person. And accessories. I do like necklaces. And that's it. Okay, this will be our character. And I did click voice names for... yeah, I did for Amy. Yeah, I did. Okay, that's good. And now let's head forward. Summer in Sunset Bird was a special time of year. Your usually sleepy town began to bustle. It was a popular tourist destination with people coming from all over to enjoy the beach, the weather, and the relaxation that came with both. Oh, this reminds me of my own town since, like, I live near the beach. The smell of the ocean, crisp and salty, hung in the air, bringing 3 whole months of schoolless vacation with it. Summer vacation, let's go. During the summer, your moms didn't like you to wander too far outside of your neighborhood, so you knew the area pretty well. And we have 2 mothers. That's good. And let's see, that included the people. 15 to 20 hours? Chat, we're gonna be here for a while. And like, I usually play for like 2-hour increments. Sometimes even longer, so it's gonna be a while till I finish this game. And that included the people. Families came and went from Sunset Bird, but they mostly stayed and did what your mom called putting down roots. They built businesses, they got to know each other, and they definitely said hello to the nice young kids who wave when passing their stores. Going for a walk around town mostly meant that the familiar, friendly residents waved, or asked how your family was, or most often just said hello. Okay, bye, ghost. Hope you have a nice day. I think it's because, like, I do like playing visual novels, but, like, how do I say? I'm not used to streaming them, and, like, the visual novels I did stream were usually on the shorter side, so I want to say, well, it's not my first big visual novel, because I'm also playing Hatful Boyfriend, and I realized it's gonna take a while. I didn't realize how grindy it was, or, like, how do I say? It's not necessarily grindy, it's more like how repetitive visual novels can get sometimes. But let's see how this first playthrough goes for Our Life. Oh, what did you play today anyways, Sai Najumu? Was it also Our Life too? Let's see. I completely forgot what we were responding to. Wait. Good thing there's a log. Going for a walk around town. Okay, that's what it says. You didn't really get why they had to say hi. They saw you every day, but you nodded back at them. Or you ended up saying hi to a lot of different people since most of the tourists that came and went every summer were the same ones. You were too anxious to say hi back to most of the other residents that greeted you, but they all knew you well enough to expect that. I'm vibing with this first and third choice. Scroll back. I'm using touchpad, so maybe I can't do that. But that should be okay, I think. Maho Tech. A fun visual novel about a girl who wants to get a job, to buy a magical girl figurine, then shenanigans happen. It's always shenanigans. Let's see. When I was a child, I was much more extroverted than I was currently. So if we're going back to Amy childhood lore or whatever, I'd say these top two make more sense, but I think I'll choose this first one. I just realized I forgot to save. Usually I save before every choice. It should be fine, it's the first choice. I just need to remember. It was the most polite thing to do. After all, your moms had taught you to always be respectful. But today, there was a man sitting on the curb outside your house. He was sitting with his head in his hands, his whole body slumped over, and you wondered if he was even a real person, or a statue that had magically sprung up from the ground overnight. Always with that childhood imagination. Whoever or whatever he was, you had never seen him before. One thing about knowing everyone in Sunset Bird was that people who you didn't recognize really, really stood out. It was rare for tourists to venture into the residential district, as your moms called it. So for you, not knowing who a total stranger was set off a lot of red flags. Your mom's had a talk with you and your big sister Lizzie about this kind of situation before. Let's see. Should I save? How much to save? Oh, that's a lot. Well, why not? Two fingers scroll down on touchpad should let you rewind. Let's try that. Oh yeah! Oh wait, I think I did skipping. Scroll down. Ah! I did it. No, it worked. I was pinching it the wrong way. That scared me. Anyways, let's see. You hadn't exactly been listening at the time. You think could be okay to talk to new people. They mentioned that some people aren't good to talk to, but other types of people can help you even if you don't know them. Remember that it's okay to run away if you feel uncomfortable. You don't have to worry about being polite then. Hmm. Okay, which is the option that's stranger danger? Uh, let's see. Hmm. Let's use this middle one. You weren't sure about this man yet. Yeah, you. Okay, let's see. So you felt a bit scared knowing that he might be blocking the way to your front door, but you're pretty interested. You wanted to know more about what was going on. Whether he was nice or not, you didn't want to be bothered. Hmm. Did it say if this was like a grown man or like, let's see. Just a man. Usually, I feel like they would say a kid. So if this feels like an adult man. Let's see. Let's do this first one. You settled down, your mind racing for ideas on how to get past him, unseen, but it was too late to escape. He saw me? There was a split second where your eyes met and you took in a shaky breath, your eyes darting to the sky, pretending to stare at a bird who was hovering nearby. Oh yeah, that's so cute. Hey. Oh no, please don't be bad. Oh hey otaku. Today we're playing a visual novel called Our Life, and like, there was so much to it, and we've only been, what, playing for like 30 minutes? Yeah, there was a lot to it. But I'm doing good. I hope you are good too. His voice startled you and made you jump, but you still didn't look at him. The bird landed on top of a nearby gatepost, and its black feathers ruffled against the gentle breeze. Trying to keep your eyes on it, it was tough, especially when the man stood up and started to make his way towards you. Please go away. Not wanting to seem too approachable, you folded your arms and stared. Still unsure of him, but willing to be friendly, you offered the stranger a smile. Your whole body was frozen in place as he approached you. Where's our parents? Honestly, I can't fathom just going outside. Like, this seems like the type of town where you, like, can stroll around your neighborhood, say hello, be friendly, walk around late, and then come home late and blah blah blah. I can't imagine that in today's times. I'm gonna fold my arms. So, do you live around here? What's your name? Oh, he doesn't seem old. I thought he was gonna be like like a very old man or something. Or he kind of seems youngish. Okay, you look the man up and down, taking in his tan skin and relaxed appearance. At least his clothes were relaxed. The way he was acting wasn't. Yeah, he seems okay. Like he wouldn't kidnap me. He had sharks on his shorts and a stingray tattoo, and you wondered if he was obsessed with the ocean or something. Okay, these are signs of friendliness. Oh, I heard something. I heard a noise. Wait, what was that? Oh my gosh, 2 people followed? Okay. Thank you for following Virtual Rejects VR and Saina Jumu. Yeah, he does have a nice tan. He seems approachable now that I have his portrait. I know, our moms are probably inside. I mean, I wonder if we could yell. But, like, this guy doesn't seem like he's a bad stranger. So, I think it's time if we're okay, like, a bit more friendly. While you made your assessment, he looked at you expectantly, waiting for an answer to his question. Yeah, I live here. I live right there. My name is Amy. You continue to say nothing. Okay. Let's just introduce ourselves, because he doesn't look like he's gonna kidnap us. Great, nice to meet you, Amy. Yeah, he does look quite fine. Honestly, I'm a bit more into glasses, so if you slap anyone with a pair of glasses, that's my guy. He gave you a broad smile, relief settling on his face. Oh? He reached into his pocket and pulled out a clean $20 bill. It wrinkled in his hand as he held it up to you. Even more confused than before, you look back at him.
Well...
Wait a minute, I just heard... Wait, is this voiced? Cove has... I mean, I did see his glasses. I have a question, is this game voiced? I just heard a voice. Oh, partially voiced, yeah. Okay. I'm gonna lower the music down because I barely heard the voice. Let's see. Okay, and then... Let's pull the audio a tad bit up. Let me see if I could play that one more time. Oh wait, not the menu. Oh yeah, wait, I learned a new trick. Going back in time.
Well...
Okay, that's a bit better. Well, could you do me a favor? Nothing bad. Sorry, I should've... Let me start over. Is that what he's doing right now? Oh my gosh, wait. I thought he was gonna ask me to break change or something. He cleared his throat and stood up straighter. From where you were standing, it just made him look creepier. You shouldn't be doing this to a child. I have a son. His name is Cove, who's about your age. Okay, Cove, that seems like a strange name for an actual living person to you. You chewed on the inside of your cheek. This guy was definitely obsessed with water. You thought that was pretty cool. Cove. The name Cove. Cove doesn't seem like... honestly, I've heard weirder names, so it's not that bad. Have you ever heard of the person named... I remember someone told me this, but... Absidy? And it's like A-B-C-D-E. So like, Cove is like a way better name than like some names people name their children, so... It's an actual name. I mean, I'm sure it's a wholesome bride. Wholesome bride. But at this point, I'm a kid and a stranger is giving me money. It's weird. I'm glad my character at least knows stranger danger. Okay, I'm gonna choose the second option. He wasn't the only person. He wasn't the only person like that in Sunset Bird. We moved in across the street, see? He gestured toward this house that has been empty for a year. His watch catching the late afternoon sunlight and reflecting off the walls. The gigantic for sale sign was finally gone. Okay, we got new neighbors. You must be Amy Ames, right? I met your moms earlier and they told me you were 8, just like him, so... He took the $20 bill to bring it back to your attention. A hopeful smile tilting his lips at the corners. Can you try to be friends with the boy? What this tells me is Ko's father has no faith in him making friends. I know he's trying to be like, oh, like nice, but like, yeah, Mr. Holden seems like he means well, but he should know. It's odd. It's really odd. I mean, I don't mind being friends, but like, money? Just give it a chance, and you can keep it. And you can keep this. He's a good kid. You'll like him.
Do you mind?
But you gotta keep it a secret too, okay? It wouldn't be friendly to say his dad sent you. You eyed the man. You kind of felt sorry for Ko, or did other kids really get their parents to pay for friendships? Okay. Let's see. I felt sorry for Cove. I feel sorry for him, man. This definitely wasn't the normal way kids made friends. You knew that. What'd you say? Want to make a deal? You took the bill. You didn't want the money. You ran away. Oh no, $20 is a lot for a kid. But I also have morals. And I don't know how my moms are in this game, but if this is my dad, like my actual parents, they don't want me taking money from strangers. But I don't have my parents standing over me while I play this game. But at the same time, what if Cove sees this? I don't know where Cove is right now. Sees me taking money from his dad and assumes that we're just doing this for the money. $20 is $20 though. Barry, I have a question. How many choices are there? Cause like, I'm not used to making this much choices in a game. Like, what, it's only been 20 minutes to the visual novel, and I feel like we made so many choices. Dang, that's a lot of choices. They really, really did like that customizing option part. Do I take the money? I'm not gonna take the money. Oh my gosh, I want the money so badly though. Oh my god, wait. This is the perfect time to save, just in case I come to regret this choice. I'm not gonna take the money though. I want the money. I'm not taking it. I'm gonna be morally good. I don't want to be paid for that. It's weird. He deflated enough to notice, but not completely.
Are you sure?
Are you sure? It won't be so bad. Even if it's just for the summer, that'd be enough. That only made this sound more strange to you. Why does it lasting for the summer matter? Oh, is this like a vacation house for you guys? The second game comes with 8 to 12 options? I'm gonna be honest. I know it's a good thing, but that's crazy. Oh my gosh. When it was clear his initial strategy wasn't going to fly, he tucked the bill into a back pocket and changed the request. I get it. You don't have to. Would you be more comfortable with him? Wait, would you be comfortable with he and I coming by for a normal visit? No money involved. Yeah. 5 options? Yeah, I want to meet him. Okay, you can do that, I guess. You'd have to ask my moms. You didn't answer them, man. You have to ask my moms, man. They're the bosses in the house. His smile got bigger again. His eyes crinkled at the sides. You already asked my mom, didn't you? Or my moms. Of course. They invited us over earlier, but I'd like to ask you too. Then I guess you can. I'll bring him by tomorrow. I want him to meet and greet with the neighbors today, but well, I don't know where he's gone off to. You lost your child? He laughed when he said that, but with the way his face looked you, thought he actually wanted to cry. Oh, poor Cove. If you see him, can you tell him to come on home? How do you lose your child? He's got a pink cast and glasses. You can't miss him. He's injured too? Sure thing, I can try. Okay. Let's see. I can try. It's not guaranteed, but okay. Oh my god. These options all sound so similar. Okay, sure thing, I can try. Okay. Just okay. Just okay, it's fine. This definitely wasn't the normal way kids made friends. You knew that, but you're still going to help. The man smiled and reached out to pat you on the head, paused before doing so, then pulled his hand away and said, Your moms are already checking around for me. Such a thoughtful group you are. Now I better go look too. Can't put everyone else to work while I keep sitting here. I thought he might come back, and that's not what's important. I have to go. Thanks again, Amy, so much. And each choice builds on each other even more than this one does. So things are referenced more or shape your available options often. Those creators, it must really care about their project. That's so cute. And but they're also kind of crazy too. Cute, crazy. Good luck to them. But since it's releasing in 2026, I'm sure they're on track. He jogged off down the street without another word. You decide to check the hills behind your house. Step 1. First sight. The chirping of crickets in the tall grass greeted you, quiet and familiar. From the top of the hill, you could see the ocean. As you walked, you listened to the crash of the waves on the shore, and seagulls squawking as they settled down for the night. You've always loved the ocean. It was so much fun. You loved to hear stories about the ocean, about the merfolk and sea serpents you imagined living far beneath the waves, or you didn't enjoy the beach all that much, especially the sand, which got absolutely everywhere. I'm not actually a fan of sand, to be honest, so... I mean, it's clear that the beach is probably going to be an important aspect of the story, but honestly, I don't like sand. I really couldn't understand why so many people came all the way from where they really live, just to visit the ocean. You took in a deep breath. You wanted to relax, and couldn't. You weren't sure what, but something told you that you weren't alone, so you glanced around. Ah, we found the kid. Okay. Let's see. Oh my god, wait, are you blinking? Oh my gosh, I just noticed that. Blinking CGs, how innovative. There's a boy sitting at the top of one hill, almost completely hidden within the long grass and white flowers surrounding him. His head was buried in his knees, staring ahead by himself. For whatever reason, probably just that he wasn't paying attention, he hadn't noticed you yet. You watched him a minute longer, feeling a little bit like you found a deer in the wild. Though deer didn't have green hair, wavy eyebrows, huge glasses, pink cast, sad frowns. I mean, these are all true. They didn't... Let's see. They didn't have huge glasses. Definitely. But this new boy did. I know, like, I probably, like, if I want to... I don't know how... my apologies. Like, I feel like... I know there isn't necessarily a right choice, but, like, the most correct choice to win someone's love would have been a sad frown. But, bro, deers don't have glasses. But this new boy did. You watched as he pushed him up the bridge of his nose with a finger. Of course I noticed his glasses. That's like my favorite thing. After a few more seconds, you took a step forward, then another. And then he glanced your way. His aquamarine eyes reflected the light of the moon. You stopped, raising a hand to acknowledge him, and showed you weren't scary. Hi, Space Cadet, or Space Cadet, or are you lost? Hi. With a start, he jumped to his feet, his hands balling into fists at his side. Are you already scared of me? Aww, oh poor boy. Pat pat. He didn't say anything, just stared at you in a strange way. He's been crying. There were traces of tears on his cheeks and his knees, soaking the hem of his shorts, and his eyes were still shining with a few more. You'd obviously caught him off guard. His pink cast seemed to glow in the twilight, though when he caught you staring at it, he hid his arm behind his back. Something the man earlier had said stuck out to you. Cove? Eyes wide, he studied you. How'd you know that? I met your dad. I'm all-knowing. Lucky guess. I don't know, these are all such fun answers. But like, I'm not a fun person. Like, oh, I'm all knowing or lucky guess, but like in a realistic situation, like I met your dad.
Oh.
Oh, poor kid. Dice crazy viewers? Wait, what do you mean by dice? Like, do they just roll a dice and choose a random option? So, is this your hill? He gestured with his uninjured arm to the patch of grass surrounding you, his face falling at the prospect. I can leave it if it is. Yep, you can't own a hill, or you shook your head. I don't think you can own a hill. Why not? How could you? You just could. You just do. I had a hill back home. Well, this still isn't mine. Oh. That sounds like a crazy playthrough then. Like, how would you remember all your options? He sat back down with a thump, resting his cheek on his knees again. Curious about the strange new boy with the odd dad, you sat on the patch of grass next to him. The pure white flowers that covered this hill rocked back and forth gently as the stars twinkled above. The way they dotted the sky made them seem like flowers too. The night wind was cool as it traveled over the ocean and up the hill, chasing away the heat from the afternoon sun. Why are you here, or why'd your family move? Let's see. Like, I could infer that he's here, that he doesn't want to move. Like, he's probably mad at his dad for moving, so I could get why he's here and wants to be alone. So let's do the second one. A quiet hiccup escaped Cove as soon as you asked the question. Oh no, I'm sorry for making you cry. Almost like they never stop. His tears started up again with a vengeance. My parents. Wait, oh my god. Are you the kid of a divorced family? They don't want to live together with me anymore. Aww. The tears fell fast and heavy over his flushed cheeks, sticking in his dark lashes. My mom made my dad leave, and he took me with him. And now, we have a house here, and I want to go home. The outburst took you off guard. By the time he was done wailing, Ko's chest was heaving with exhaustion. He sniffled and removed his glasses, wiping at his eyes with the back of his hand before he put them back on again. I hate this place. I want my real life back. Oh. I want my mom. Well, I have two moms, so like, you could borrow one. You could, like, I don't know, if you need a mom, you could borrow one of my moms. I'm sorry, your dad seems not kind of nice. You'd like it here, you just have to get used to it. Stop crying. I'm sorry, bro. There's not really much I could do. He slipped his hands underneath the glasses and pressed his fingers against his eyelids. Cove wound himself up again for another long crying fit. Aww. You felt bad for him, being forced to come here with no choice. You can't imagine what it would feel like to live with only one of your moms, but it must be pretty hard. But from way off in the distance, you heard your parents. Amy!
Cove?
Cove. Oh my gosh, imagine you're just like a total deuce to a child. Kids, where did you go? Okay, so I can see one is mom and one is mommy. Got it. Cove looked at you, tears still clinging to his cheeks. I'm gonna raise the— oops. I keep accidentally hitting menu. Where is it? Oh, I wanted to hit configuration, that's why. Cause let me... It's because I still have a hard time hearing the voices. So, lower the music, but raise the music over here in OBS. Oh, that should be good. Okay. I'd feel too guilty if I did a jerk face run through. Being a douche to a kid. It would feel like torture to me. Cove looked at you, tears still clinging to his cheeks. Don't tell them we're here. I don't want to go back to that house. I want to go home. You can handle it. You have to go. Don't worry so much. Sorry I have to. It will be okay. Huh. Cause like, I could also see myself sometimes like, all these answers are like, some like answers I would say. So I'm like, indecision. What's the most me answer? Oh no, you can handle it. It's kind of douchey. You have to go. Sense of responsibility. Don't worry so much. Oh, not this middle one. I can't say that middle one. Sorry, I have to go. I could see myself saying that too. It will be okay. I mean, it might not be okay. But like, I have to. They're my parents. I mean, our parents are worried. I mean, your father's worried. My mom's are too. You have to go, man. You have to. Even if it isn't fair, he's your dad. You stood up, dusting your pants off. If he says you gotta go home, you gotta. Sorry. Slowly, Cove stood up with you, still looking a little reluctant. His dad's voice rang out again. Cove, can you hear me? He looked toward the sound of his dad's voice, silent, then turning away, while rubbing his not bandaged arm. Sorry, I still don't want to go. But if I called out, I'm kind of getting rid of his agency. Let's see. You tried to convince him, or you waited silently for him. I'm gonna try convincing. Are you sure? You'd have to stay outside the whole night and sleep on wet grass. Before Cove could say anything, you heard his dad's voice again, even closer than before. There you are, bud. The trio of parents appeared over the curve of the hill. Instantly, all their eyes landed on you and they rushed over. Ooh. My moms look fine. I should say that about my parents, but... Both of your moms were at your side in a split second, faces filled with worry. Amy, you're here after all. So which is mom and which is mommy? We had been at the park to check for Cove and then heard what happened earlier when you met the new neighbor. I thought you might have gone off further away. No, we were just sitting in the grass. Why is everyone acting like this is such a big deal? A big thing. It is a big thing. We lost a child. We're okay, don't worry. Cove don't want to go home just yet. This bottom one. Mommy gave Cove a small smile, and then she turned back to you. Thank God you're both fine. Were you two having fun out here? Yeah, this is Mommy, and this is Mom. Okay. You looked over at Cove, who was wiggling against his dad's tight hug and pushing at his arms. Oh my gosh. You shrugged. Yes, I like him. He's good. I think I'm gonna marry him. Oh my gosh. Kid Amy, you literally just met him like A few minutes ago, man. Okay, I mean, I could be quite forward. This bottom one's so funny. He's good. I think I'm gonna marry him, but I'm not gonna choose that. I honestly just cause or shrug, cause like I don't really know him that well yet, so eh. He's new here. It was okay. Oh my god, he's so cute. Look at him. Finally letting go of his squirming, scowling son, Ko's dad turned to the three of you.
That's a relief.
Thanks very much for finding him. I really don't know this neighborhood. Good thing Amy knows this whole area so well. Absolutely. We should be getting home now. It's been a long day for us all. Say goodbye, Cove.
Bye.
Bye. He clearly doesn't want to be here. The two of them walked off into the darkness, heading toward the neighborhood. You watched Ko's bright pink cast until it disappeared. Tell you what, we'll have a proper playdate tomorrow, okay? Your new friend's dad wanted to bring him by to see you and Lizzie. How does that sound? Sure, can I show him my stuff? It sounds like words. You nodded, ducking your head down. Let's do this. Honestly, I could see him being a kitty. That's so cute. Let's see. Sure, I can show my stuff.
Of course.
Of course. I heard your voice line, mommy. Then, okay. Both of your moms laughed, the sounds overlapping into a warm, familiar chorus. Mommy put her arm around your shoulder and led you towards the path. Satisfied and more than a little ready to go to bed after your long, exciting day, you followed them home. Let's see. Choose your feelings for Cove. This is how you feel towards Cove for this step. It can change in later steps. Okay. Why is my face like that? Okay, I feel... fond or indifferent? Not crushed. Definitely not crushed yet. I don't want to feel indifferent because, like... How do I say? I know that's, like, the bottom... and like stuff. I'll say fond because he, like Barry said, I also agree, he's just like a little kitten. Oh wait, is that how it works? Oh, I see, these are the emotions, but I'll just say fond. Direct, relaxed, nervous. Am I nervous? Not really. Direct or relax? I feel more... Direct or relaxed? I feel relaxed around him. He's just a small little cat. You won't be able to change it again until step 2. Oh, that's fine, that's fine. Oh wait, then I should save. Okay. At the breakfast table the next morning, you finished your food faster than usual. Your sister, Lizzie... Oh! Start playing Step 1 using the font interest level. I got a little Steam notification. Your sister Lizzie had run out earlier to go play, but you stayed put. Today, just like your moms had promised, Ko was coming over to hang out. Gotta impress him with my toys, man. I'm gonna show him the biggest block tower and all my trucks, and it's gonna be great. Excited to see your new friend again, Amy? Yeah, I am.
How sweet.
How sweet. I'm so happy he moved in.
Okay.
With that said, are you done with your breakfast? Yeah? Haha, I don't know, am I? Your bowl was entirely empty, so you nodded. Yeah, I ate everything. Good job. He should be here soon. Cleanup began, and then on cue, there was a knock. It was hesitant, like the person wasn't sure they were in the right place. Still loud enough, though. We need to get a more obvious doorbell. I know. Amy, could you get it? Wiggling out of your chair without pushing back, you made your way to the door. Hey, Ames family. Thanks for having us. Mr. Holden, as your moms have called him, and his son were here. Cove looked different in the bright lighting of your living room, and when he wasn't crying. With his dad standing in front of him, and Mom and Mommy behind you, you and Cove looked at each other. Pleased to see your new friend again, you smiled at Cove. Am I taller than him? I need to know, this is really important. Girls tend to be taller when they're kids than guys. He smiled back with some hesitation. Let's go play in my room. Okay.
Take care.
Let us know if you need anything, you two. Have fun, kids.
See you.
See you later, son. Play nice. You led him to your room, puffing out your chest a little bit at the sight of your treasures. Let's see. What the F is that? Is it like a jester? Okay, I like this sheep toy plushie though. This is quite a neat room for a kid. I don't know, my room was extremely messy. There are lots of animals, a cool bed, a window to look out. It was a great room. You hadn't had anyone to show it to in a while, but you were really proud of it. A penguin? Aww, that's adorable. He leaned in a little closer to one of your drawings on the wall. I like this. Me too. I drew that. Thank you. I don't. Let's see. I drew that. Be proud. Cool. You smiled at him. You were proud of that particular piece of art, and you were glad he noticed. He turned to look around the room a little more, studying the books on your desk and the pictures on the walls. You started to feel a bit nervous. You felt the atmosphere was kind of awkward. You were glad for the company. You hoped he liked your room. Let's see. I'm glad to share this company. It was nice to have someone new to play with. Then his eyes landed on the tiny box of beach things you collected, tucked away by your door. He took a step towards it, before hesitating and pointing at it instead. What's that? A hoard of stuff I found on the beach.
Oh.
Do you have any driftwood in there? Dragging the box into the middle of the room, you and Cove flopped down next to it. I think so. Yeah, see? He gestured to a piece at the bottom, still covered with specks of sand. Neat. This is a good collection. You got the sense from the tone of his voice that he wasn't just saying it to be nice, or to be like Shiloh. He actually meant it. Oh right, I almost forgot. Shiloh is going to be here today. Shiloh? Lizzie's friend, or like, her #1 fan, I guess? My older sister has fans? Do I have to see him? It should be okay. I mean, he's Lizzie's friend, not mine, but you know. Come on, check out my shells some more. I found this one under a big piece of seaweed that had washed ashore, and you pulled out seashell after seashell, explaining where you got in each one and holding them up against the light. There are big ones, small ones, pink, purple, and orange. Most of them you washed off in the bathroom sink when you brought them home, clean off the sand. Over the past few years, you'd even learned some of their scientific names. The collection was so huge and varied that you had lots of fun stories to tell for all of them. Your voice faltered for a little bit, but you kept going as best as you could. Let's see. These top two are vibing with me. Let's choose this first one. He had a whole picture book dedicated to different shells and sea life. You learned a lot by flipping through its pages. Apparently, fascinated, either by the stories or by the shells themselves, Cove listened with what looked like the full force of his attention. It was a new experience to be the center of such dedicated focus. But Cove hadn't been mean to you, so you didn't mind. You smiled at him every now and then while showing him your collection. Kids, come down to the living room. You could tell the idea was making him unhappy, but Mommy wasn't Mommy wasn't giving you much of a chance to hang around. Cove hadn't been like this meeting you. You guessed it was because he thinks you found each other by accident, not that a parent made it happen. Mr. Holden must be right that telling Cove his dad was part of that would be a bad idea. Before you knew it, you'd both been escorted downstairs and deposited in the living room, ready for Shiloh's visit. The two of you sat side by side on the floor of your home's entryway. I brought the box of shells. I want to keep looking at them. Great. Okay, be careful. You should have asked. Okay, just be careful, man. I will. You weren't sure if you could trust someone else with your treasures yet, so you stayed next to him while he opened the lid and peered inside. Cove reached in and pulled out a big orange shell. Oh. Like he hadn't spoken aloud yet, he turned to you and held it up, his eyes shining. I think this one is the best of them. That's my favorite too. I like a different one best. I can show it to you, or you can take it. A big orange shell. If I say, should I just give it to him? But like, it's my shell. Let's see. That's my favorite too. And if I say that, you can't take my shell because it's also my favorite. But I say I like a different one. What if he becomes disinterested because he likes the other shell better? Oh my gosh. Okay. I like a different one. Let me show you. You reached into the box to take out the one you preferred. Cove looked on with interest. The two of you were still sitting on the floor looking through your collection of beach findings when the doorbell finally rang. Cove jumped, startled by the sound. Since the person hadn't knocked, you figured it was probably Shiloh. He knew where to look for that. Lizzie's friend? He nodded, but that didn't seem to make Cove feel better. It was already obvious that Cove didn't hide his feelings well. You could tell what he was thinking right away. This isn't a good idea. You'll be alright. He's here. We can't tell him to leave. He's at our only door, and if you go upstairs, he'll find you. Cove glanced around the room, his eyes wide, and finally paused with his gaze locking onto the back of the house. Bro, you can't just do that. I can go out the window. He was already walking towards it. Scrambling to think of something to say, you stepped forward, then paused. Oh, do you want to break your other arm? Shiloh is the least scary person alive. Cheer up, Shiloh's gonna like you. Please don't get hurt. I'll come with you. Good idea, let's go. Bro, you wanna break your other arm, man? Okay, Barry, good luck with class. Thank you so much for coming. And for telling me a bunch about our life. Oh my god, I sound so awkward! I'm really excited to play it. And it's just so much, but thanks for the information, and hope you have a nice time in class. Even I don't jump out of any of the windows here, and this is my house. The distance from the first floor living room window wasn't far, but you could tell it made Cove nervous anyway. He touched the cast of his arm. The wind had clearly released from his sails. I don't want to break any more bones. I don't think anyone wants to. Yeah. But I don't want to see him. I don't know him. You teased him, you comforted him, you encouraged him. It's okay, it's not gonna be that bad. It's okay, if you're worried, nobody warned you this was gonna happen. Thanks. Shiloh poked his head into the living room. It was impossible to know for sure if he heard what you'd been saying or not, but you guessed that he had. Oh my god, Shiloh looks so harmless. Oh my gosh. I thought I had no idea what to expect from Shiloh, but Cove, you're gonna be fine. He's just a kid. Let's see. Oh, Barry, you followed. I didn't notice. But thank you so much for following too. I just realized. I really need to get that alert fixed. Like, I could hear it sometimes, but sometimes I also can't hear it, so... just gotta get it fixed. Anyways. Hi, Amy. And hi, Cove. Cove shot you an uneasy glance.
Hi.
He's just a small Sundari kid. Hi. I'm Shiloh. It's nice to meet you. Yeah. Cove, be nice. You have a lot of freckles. Right, I do. What are you guys doing? We're looking at shells.
Can I do it too?
Awesome. Can I do it too? Cove shrugged, then looked back at your box of beach findings. What about that one? The plan for the afternoon, at least as far as you were concerned, was to sit and look at beach things some more. You weren't really in the mood to do much of anything else, especially if Cove was having fun. Hey, check out the scallop shell I found. Cool, right? I love scallops. They're yummy. It's a pretty color, kind of like my cast. The beautiful glittering pink did look a little bit like the wrap around his arm. Pink is a nice color. Oh my gosh, I need to bonk him! One moment while I get rid of this bot. Sorry dude, you came to the wrong place. Now, die! Bot exterminated. Okay.
Oh?
Is it your favorite? Not really. What is? Maybe green or blue? It might be yellow. Why do you have so many favorite colors? Oh, those are all cool.
I guess.
Yeah, I guess. I like those colors too. They're better colors. I'm not sure how to deal with the suddenly more awkward silence. You look back at your shelves. Yeah, those are pretty cool colors.
Awesome!
Yeah, awesome. Both of them smiled. Like usual, it didn't take long for Shiloh to get fidgety. Lizzie was his favorite. Without her around, Shiloh didn't seem to know what to do with himself. And Cove wasn't like your sister. He wasn't that much like you either. Is Lizzie coming back? Don't know.
Aw.
I'm sorry for you, Shiloh. Probably has a crush or something. Where'd she go? I think she's at the beach, probably. Is she playing at her park? Cove's eyes lit up at the mention of the park, and he looked towards you. There's a park? Yep, but it's old. Can you show me? I want to go. You started getting up before you had even answered, and Shiloh jumped up beside him in excitement. Really? You do too, right, Amy? The park is fun. I love it. The park is pretty great, or no? Oh yeah, it is pretty great. Are we supposed to be leaving our house right now, though? Yeah, it's right at the beach, so there's lots of fun stuff to do, and lots of sand. I effing hate sand. It has a jungle gym and a bunch of swings. That sounds like it could be cool. So, are we going to find Lizzie? I don't know. I never really wanted to see her. I just want to check the park out. Adrift without any direction, Shiloh finally turned to you. Okay. He perked up. Both boys wanted to go. It was only fair. After getting permission from your moms, the three of you were ready to head out. It was a short walk to the park. Lizzie had convinced your moms that it was so short, she should always be allowed to walk there by herself. When you found her, she was hanging on the jungle gym, swinging back and forth. Hey, Lizzie. Her face lit up when she saw you, her big brown eyes going wide. Amy, Shiloh. Hi. She dropped to the ground and landed with a soft thud in the sand. In a split second, Shiloh had abandoned you two and scrambled over the stand by her. I know you're her biggest fan, Shiloh. But you didn't have to make it so obvious. Excuse me, I'm gonna take just a drink of water. You're used to being left out when it was just the three of you, but now Cove was here. Now I have my own little buddy. You wondered if he would leave too. Who's that? It's Cove, he's new.
Hi.
I remember. Hi, Cove. Welcome to my park. Nobody ever comes to play here, so this is where we get together. She gestured wildly with her arms as if to present the area to the newcomer. Without interrupting Lizzie's speech, Cove whispered in your ear, quietly enough that the others wouldn't hear. Oh no, he remembered that! He remembered that! Oh no! I thought kids couldn't own places like parks or hills. He remembers. Oh my gosh. Honestly, thinking about like... Bro, that was like one option, and Cove remembered that. Damn. You couldn't help but laugh a tiny bit. While Lizzie continued talking, you took the chance to kick off your shoes and wriggling your toes through the warm sand. Nice, huh? In this neighborhood, I'm the one who comes up with the ideas. You are?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I am. Who else could handle the job? Lizzie is the oldest. By a lot. My mom said you're Amy's age.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thought so. I'm still the only one in this group with double digits. Wow, she's 10. What about other kids? Other kids? There aren't any. We're the only kids here, and Shiloh's just visiting from another place. Not even tourists really bring their kids here. This is the land of ancients. Be careful that the oldies don't try to steal your youth.
Oh.
Oh, I'm sorry, Cove. He can't make other friends. He's stuck with us. For a second, it looked like he might cry again. But something in his eyes shifted, and he looked back at Lizzie. What kind of old people? Like moms and dads, or grandpas? Parents. Grandparents who don't have kids. They hate kids. Oh my gosh. Why? We haven't done anything. Are you sure they hate us? Only some of them don't like kids. Stop saying stuff like that, you're gonna upset him. Yeah, they're really bad. Only some of them, not all of them. You interjected quickly, hoping Lizzie wouldn't take things too far. Cove sniffled, his forehead creasing with worried. Aww. I must protect him. Lizzie, back off. Lizzie was staring Cove down. But Cove wasn't looking at her anymore. He didn't seem to care that she was there. He went into his own head. Shiloh was the next one to speak, completely unaware of the situation. I met Lizzie and Amy in school. You'll see tons of kids there once summer is over. I don't want to go to a new school. I don't want summer to end. Shiloh looked down to the dirt. He hadn't had much luck striking up conversations with Cove. I like summer vacation a lot too. All the building tension in the air suddenly vanished when Lizzie laughed. At Shiloh's discomfort at how weird she thought Cove was, at something else entirely you didn't know, but she laughed, face scrunching up. Lizzie, you're not nice.
Okay.
Welcome to Sunbird Cove. Sunbird Cove. Welcome to Sunset Bird Cove. Take a seat, put up your feet, and get used to it. Ah, poor bro. You offered him a small smile, and that at least looked to reassure him some. For the rest of the summer, Cove was always there. You saw him more often than Shiloh, and on some days, when she was in a bad mood or busy, you even saw him more than Lizzie. He became a staple of your everyday life, the way sun and lunch and the beach were. During your first summer together, you really liked Cove. He was a fun person to play with, and he seemed to like playing with you too. Of course, that was only the start of things. Oh? And then summer ended. What's this? Moment select, step 1. I forgot what moments were. Which moment do I want? Let's go in order? Or is it like... Or do I only select one moment and then summer ended? Oh wait, okay, I think I get it. I think we get to play all these, so let's go shopping. Come back before it gets dark, alright, sport? The familiar voice drifted across the street and drew your attention away from the snail you've been watching inch slowly across the pavement. Cove waited in front of his dad, pushing his green hair back off his face from where the breeze was blowing it over his glasses. He looked to be paying only a mild amount of attention as he was being handed a few slips of green paper. It reminded you of when you first met Mr. Holden, although he's probably not paying Cove to be friends with himself. Cove, how's the money? You must be making bank since your father's paying you to be friends with yourself. Cove's dad seemed to feel your gaze somehow. Or maybe you made a noise because a second later his eyes were on you. He waved you over with a smile. He looked happy to see you, but you still felt a little weird for getting caught. You gotta learn how to be more sneaky. You brushed your hands together to free them of sand, and then jogged over to join the two, smiling at Cove first and then his dad.
Amy!
Oh my gosh! He said my name. Chat, it's over. Guys, that DLC was totally worth it. The $0 I spent. Amazing, amazing. It was like, that was a good investment. Amy, hi.
How's it going?
Good to see you again. What excitement are you up to today, Amy? Taking a walk. I found a pretty cool snail across the road. There's lots of snails around here. Mr. Holden grinned at you kindly. After you finished answering the question, Mr. Holden's attention returned to Cove, who was preoccupied with folding the bills he had into a tiny rectangle. Sounds fun. You know, Cove was about to hit the stores by the beach. Why don't you go with him? He gave a ready nod, turning to squint in the direction of the stores, like he could see the goods they had to offer all the way from where you stood. Oh, is that okay?
Yeah.
I don't mind. Great. I'm sure you guys will have loads of fun. Mr. Holden reached into his pocket and pulled out a leather wallet filled with money. You found it odd, since your moms only ever seemed to have cards in theirs. Here. He leaned in to pass a crisp 10 to Cove, giving him a wink and a whisper. Get something for your friend, too. Sure. Cove, are you not gonna spend money for me? On me? You got extra money because of my presents, man.
Good kid.
That's my boy. Cove's dad ruffled his son's hair as he was straightening back up, the bill in his hand still held out towards the green-haired boy. Take care. Cove accepted the bill after a second and slipped it into his pocket. Then, with one last nod to his dad, he turned and started walking. You followed after him, intrigued at the possibilities this outing might bring. Oh my gosh. Cove can buy me a gift? Okay, I wonder if he knows how well he knows me. Sometimes I don't even know myself that well. Usually get so indecisive when I buy things. Cove strayed towards the gentle tide creeping up the sand, and you fell into place beside him. It was a nice day. The sun was shining and there weren't many clouds in the sky, though the wind coming off the ocean kept it from being too hot. You took in a deep breath, enjoying the scent of salt and ocean air. When you looked at Cove, he was dragging his feet through the sand a little, and you slowed down to wait for him. His eyes searched the ground intently. Are you looking for snails? Are you looking for shells? What is it? Or you didn't feel the need to ask why. Are you looking for shells? Cove startled a little at the sound of your voice and mumbled, sort of. If you see any, you can let me know. You can manage that. You dropped your view to the sand, walking carefully so you didn't step on any. You're good at finding shells. You had a lot of them at home, and always found new ones whenever you visited the beach. The comforting sound of the waves filled the silence with pleasant white noise, and you played a little game with yourself as you walked along, getting as close to the water as possible without getting wet. It resulted in you having to run up to the sand quickly when a wave rushed in more than a few times, and although Cove threw a few glances your way, he didn't say a word. Let's see. You didn't either. what did you want to go to the shops for, or what do you usually do on the beach? Yeah, why do you want to go to the store, man? I need a new sand pail. Yeah? What happened to your old one? Cove narrowed his eyes, seemingly to think deeply for a second.
Well,
Aww. It disappeared. What, really? Cove ducked his head down, placing his finger behind his back. It didn't seem like he was going to continue, so he nudged his arm. How did that happen? Well... Cove opened his mouth and shut it again, considering. I took it to the beach one day. Uh-huh. When I got home, it wasn't anywhere. You left it there? Nope, it wasn't at the beach when I went back. Then you lost it! It disappeared.
so...
What about you? What do you do out here? Let's see. I don't come to the beach a lot. I like swimming. I like looking at fish. I like to build sandcastles or nothing. Sandcastles. Last summer, Lizzie and I built one that was as tall as me, and sometimes they have sandcastle building competitions down by the boardwalk. Cool. I bet you could win. He smiled at Cove. Maybe the two of you could build one together one day. Once you reached the shopping area, the noise level grew exponentially. No longer just waves and footsteps, but the chatter of people enjoying the lovely summer day. The call of birds trying to find bits of food left behind, and lots of salespeople trying to get attention. You sniffed the air as you walked beside Cove. You still smelled the ocean, but there were other scents now too. Pizza, pretzels, hot donuts. Hot donuts? It was very nice. It was not very nice. It was alright. I love the smell of food. The energy surrounding the area seemed to fill you, and there was a bounce in your step as you began looking at all the familiar sights. There were so many things to do, you didn't know where to begin. You looked at Cove, hoping he was just as excited as you were. Cove was glancing from one side of the street to the other with a look in his awkward marine eyes that you couldn't quite work out. What's that? Cove pointed... Oh my gosh, have I even said clove? Cove. Cove pointed to a large crowd of people gathering near a few tables with large, colorful umbrellas blooming from their middles. You couldn't see past the adults who were blocking the way, but you knew there must be something worth seeing. Without another word, the two of you hurried over to see what all the commotion was about. Feast your eyes on the amazing Alexander! In the center of the crowd was a man with a tall hat and a funny green coat that had 3 long tails. There was a little table next to him with a cloth hanging over it that read, "The Amazing Alexander" in glittery golden script. Why tell people's name if it's already on the sign? Cove hummed with understanding, then turned to walk away just as the Amazing Alexander began shuffling a deck of cards. Oh. I love cards. Maybe we could stay and watch? Cove glanced back at the man. He then briefly lifted his arms up, his arms off his side before returning them to place. You grinned, waving for him to follow you as you raced back to stand in the crowd. With that, it began. The magic man pulled one card out of the deck, showing it to the curious onlookers. It was a 4 of diamonds. Watch closely. You did, squeezing through a few adult onlookers to get a better view. Suddenly, the man snapped his fingers and the card just disappeared. Whoa! Don't tell me you already know the trick, man. The Amazing Alexander, who had earned his title, turned his head and looked directly at you. He reached out with a kind smile. What's this behind your ear? Is it a rose? Nothing? Tell me you backed away. Is it nothing? It was true. You didn't keep anything there. Yeah. Guys, who keeps things behind their ears? He smelled like popcorn and candy when he stepped closer, and you wrinkled your nose in confusion as you watched him. You felt a tug, and he pulled the 4 of diamonds out from behind your ear. Wow. Guys, this guy is like a magician. JK, that's actually his occupation. What? You knew it couldn't really have come from your ear, but you still didn't get how he got it there. I mean, he done it. The light applause from the crowds. Excuse me. Oh my gosh, I feel like I'm tripping over my words. There was a light applause from the crowd, and the man gave a deep bow. This is for you. The magician plucked a pair of balloons from a clump of them tied down to a staple. Both were in the shape of a dolphin instead of being a normal circle. And one for your friend too. Thank you for being my assistant. Wow. Now you're really grateful he chose you. After that, he went to someone else in the crowd. Pick a card, any card. My uncle does that every time he visits. Not the balloons, the stuff with the cards. Cave... I just called you Cave, frick! Cove spoke plainly while reaching over to take the dolphin that had been designated for him. Maybe it wasn't so special. Cove was just ruining the fun. At least you had a fun time. You wondered if Cove's whole family was magic. Wow, Cove, you must be a magician too. If you're related to magic, you must be magic yourself. If so, he was lucky. The crowd started to clear some, and you noticed to the side that there was a whole rack of brightly colored kaleidoscopes on display. Okay, kaleidoscope, Rubik's Cube, Magic 8 Ball, or walk past the toys. Okay, let's see. Rubik's Cube or Magic 8 Ball? I'd probably shake the Magic 8 Ball. Ooh, these are cool. You shifted your balloon string to the other hand so you could hold it up in front of you. Then you thought of a question in your mind, shaking the ball and hearing some kind of liquid swish around inside it. Okay, here's my question. Does Cove hate me? Once you give it a good shake, you held it upright, waiting for the answer to appear. Concentrate and ask again. Well, I have to concentrate harder, I guess. You wrinkle your nose and set the Magic 8 Ball back on the rack. It wasn't the answer you're hoping for. You followed Cave around to the other side of the stall. He went under the awning, careful of his own floating dolphin, and you joined him. Did you have places like this in your old town? Are you having fun? I don't really like it here. Or you said nothing. This first one. Oh my god, look, we have a little Cove in the corner now! Cove blinked at you for a moment, and you wondered if you shouldn't have asked. You knew how much he missed that place. Not really. You nodded in understanding, looking over at the stalls nearby. Oh my gosh. Wait, okay. Oh my god, these are all such good animals though. I want all of them! Look how derpy that crab looks. While Cove looked at the sand pails, you were drawn to a table with colorful keychains laid out on it. They were sewn in the shape of sea creatures, and there was a plaque that read "Handmade" standing proudly in front of it. There were different types. You saw a dolphin, a shark, a crab, and a turtle. Oh my gosh. Dolphin, shark, crab, turtle. Let's pick up the turtle. Your hand stopped on the sleeping turtle, just barely poking its head out of the shell. It had flecks of metallic green on its back that caught the sunlight when you picked it up. You remembered the turtles you had seen in a movie. You had been mesmerized by the way they gently glided through the water. You were instantly enamored. Checking the price though, your heart fell. $6. You didn't know much about money, but you thought that was a lot to spend on one thing. You rarely had more than a $5 bill to your name? Oh my gosh, I'm poor. Is that what you want? Huh? Oh. It's $6. I didn't bring any money.
Alright.
It's fine. Really? Really? Are you sure? Hooray! You don't have to. I don't want you to get it for me. Are you sure? Cove took the keychain from your hand, and that was that. He was holding a small yellow bucket for himself too. I was always gonna get you something. I already got the money for it. He smiled, pleased to have things worked out. It was nice of Cove's dad to let Cove buy something for you too. You had to remember to thank him next time you saw him. After Cove paid, the two of you stepped out of the store side by side, your dolphins knocking together and swirling around in the air. Aww. You watched Cove hold up his new pail to his face, examining it thoroughly. Hey, Cove. Yeah? Your dad gives out money a lot, huh? I really like this keychain. Never mind. This first one. From what you've seen, that happens a lot with Mr. Holden. You never met anyone else who shares dollar bills with people all the time. Ko's Ko's brow furrowed in confusion.
Maybe.
I don't know, maybe? For a second, you thought about mentioning the way you and his father had met, but decided against it. That was meant to be a secret, and you felt like your feelings might have been hurt if your parents were offering to pay people to be your friend. Cove looked further down the street, where different food carts were lined up. He rested his non-cast arm over his stomach, and just as he did, yours let out a growl. Oh my gosh, I felt my stomach actually growl at like that exact moment when he said that. You hadn't eaten since breakfast, and after all this wandering around, you were definitely ready for some lunch. Let's get some food. Yeah. You two wandered around a short while looking at all the delicacies that were available. Everything looked delicious, and as the different smells, both sweet and salty, wafted over to you, your stomach growled even louder. After passing of hot dogs, snow cones, ice cream, and pizza, you both agreed on pretzels. Good. Cove got something sweet and cinnamony, and you... Salty. Oh wait, I could get cheese? I'm getting cheese. I love cheese. You licked your lips hungrily as the vendor handed your pretzel over, ready to take a big bite. It was covered in gooey melted cheese, just the way you liked it. It seemed odd to get a dessert pretzel before eating normal food. You found an empty table close enough to the beach that the grit of the sand made terrible noise when you dragged the chairs out to sit down. Though these balloons are gonna make it hard to eat. Cole placed his bucket on the table as he stared at his still balled up hand that was wrapped around the string. You opened your mouth to agree before an idea hit you. I know. After carefully placing your pretzel somewhere it wouldn't get sandy, you tugged the balloon dolphin out of Cove's hand and tied it in a delicate bow around his wrist. Oh yeah. Cove bounced his arm up and down in place, testing the stability of your knot. After watching his balloon jostle around but remain attached, he smiled satisfied. Can you do it for me? He repeated the ritual. Cove struggled somewhat with the cast, restricting his fingers on one hand, and a string already tangled up around the other.
Okay.
Got it. The two of you spent a moment admiring your handiwork, both hands now free to allow easy munching on your pretzels. You bit into the doughy treat, savoring the taste on your tongue with a smile as you looked out over the ocean. After a time, you finished your pretzel. You were done before Cove. It was boring not having anything to do. You pulled on the string of your balloon to bring it down to your level. Then you held the dolphin in your hands, manipulating it to make it look like it was jumping through the air. As you turned to face towards the beach, it almost looked like it was swimming in the waves like a real dolphin. A laugh came from your side. When you glanced back at Cove, he had left the remaining parts of his pretzel on the wrapper, and he was gripping his dolphin too. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's see. Mine's name is Merryweather, Prince of the Dolphins. Mine's name is Splash. They star in movies. Mine's name is Cherry. She's an actual alien. Mine's name is Sam. They're just a regular dolphin. Yeah, mine's just a normal dolphin. You sighed, thinking about how great it would be to have a pet dolphin of your own. What's yours? Cove considered his question, placing the balloon against the table and resting his free arm across it in contemplation. It's... No! I knew that was gonna happen! I'm sad now. With a loud pop, the dolphin exploded in ribbons. It's dead now! No! 07 dolphin. 07 Cove's dolphin. Oh no. For a second, all Cove did was gape in shock like you. Then his cheeks puffed up, squinting his eyes, and you saw tears start to glisten. Amy, it... You made a joke. You offered to find Alexander. You offered to give Cove your balloon. You didn't say anything. He would be alright. I'm not gonna make a joke. We could share. We could have custody over a dolphin. You looked at Cove, then up to your balloon, bobbing gently in the air above you. You can have mine. That was better than letting him cry more. Cove sniffled, glancing up at the balloon, then back at you.
No, it's yours. I don't want to take it from you. It's okay, really. Cove shook his head. Even though it wasn't your fault, you felt bad. So the offer seemed to lift Cove's spirit, and that was good. The passing of Cove's balloon was the last major event of your adventure. Oh my gosh. In the end, the two of you headed back late that afternoon. You separated on the beach, and while Cove went straight home with his brand new sand pail in hand, you decided to sit for a while. You watched the waves and the sunset, fiddling with your new keychain. Another summer day was drawing to a close. It had been a good one, except for the sad final note. Oh. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna probably do one more moment, and then we'll probably end it. But yeah, I feel so bad for his dolphin. That's why I hate getting balloons. It's because, like, whenever, like, it deflates or, you know, pops, and I get so sad, and, like, all the balloons does is, like, you know, stand, like, how do I say this? Whenever I bring a balloon, I would just let it sit in, like, the living room and just float around. But then when it's, like, so sad as days go days pass and it slowly deflates, it's like you're watching it age and it'll eventually pop or, like, deflate on the floor and you're gonna have to throw it out, and, like, that's why I hate getting balloons. One sweltering summer day, you're in your living room with Cove, listening to the sounds of the birds chattering outside the window while you lay across the rug on the floor. Cove's dad had dropped him off earlier, and your moms had left the two of you along with Lizzie to play amongst yourselves. It had been too hot to go outside in the afternoon, at least according to Mommy, so your sister was starting to get impatient waiting for her golf class that evening. The three of you had trouble finding something fun to do. The beach and the playground were off limits, and you felt that it was too warm for anything like playing with your fuzzy toy animals. Just turn on the TV then. Then suddenly, a light came to Lizzie's big brown eyes, and her smile spread wide across her face. Having an idea gave her a new wave of energy. Since we're stuck inside, we should be adults. They don't play outdoors anyways. They're always inside and telling everybody they're too busy to play.
Why?
Yeah, why?
Duh.
I said why, and it'll be fun, duh. What do they do inside that we don't, besides use the phone a lot? Excluding a small huff, Lizzie decides to ignore Cove.
What do you think?
Amy, what do you think? Do you want to? Let's see. I think I am hungry because of all that pretzel talk. One moment. I actually have a beef stick next to me, so I'm gonna just take a few munches of it. So, yeah, I'll mute it so you don't have to hear it, but excuse me. Okay. Speed nomming. Cove said it. That doesn't sound fun. I bet we could come up with something else. I don't know. I want to. These two middle ones. I don't know, man. Please, Amy, when have I ever had a bad idea? I'm sure you had a bad idea before. Whenever we play with you? Oh my gosh. Cove, you sassy child. I wasn't asking you. I'll try, but that sounds boring. Okay, let's say. I'm gonna be hesitant. You look down at your hands, still unsure. Apparently, tired of waiting for you to make up your mind, Lizzie sighed. Fine, go play over there, Amy. You flinched from her raised voice. It definitely wouldn't be fun to join now. Me and Cove will do it ourselves, it's decided. He looked back at you regretfully.
I guess.
No, wait, I wanted to hang out with Cove. Now go on. Nodding goodbye to the two of them, you trailed off to find something else to do. Oh, no. I promise. Cove stayed out with Lizzie for the next couple of hours while you... I'm gonna build an effing fort. You could hear them talking as you raced to your room to take the pillows and blankets from your bed. When you went back downstairs, you also took a couple of cushions from the sofa and found a spare blanket in the hallway cupboard. The dining room was the perfect place for building a fort. When you pulled out the chairs and covered them with blankets, you had plenty of room beneath the table to do whatever you wanted. You had just scattered the pillows inside the fort to make it more comfortable when you heard Lizzie and Cove's voices again, and this time they were much louder. Curious about what was happening, you craned your neck to hear them better. Oh my gosh, poor Cove. I let him deal with my sister, frick. At first, you mostly only picked up Lizzie's high-pitched shouting, giving orders, telling Cove what to do, yelling about sports and the Olympics. That was pretty typical for Lizzie, so there's nothing new there. But then you started hearing Cove more and more as time went on. It sounded like they weren't having a good time. You went to see what was going on. You abandoned your pillow fort to go check what was happening with them. I'm sorry for abandoning you. Hey, is something wrong? From up close, you could almost see that your sister was red-faced and pouting, while Cove mostly just looked confused. Neither one paid you mind. Oh my god, I can't believe you said that. You can't use that word. You can't use that word, Lizzie. We're kids. Shut up, Cove. You're being so unreasonable. You... I don't get what you want. This game doesn't make sense. It does. You have to be realistic. I said that. But you're not. You worried that two of them were getting a little too angry over whatever it was. You had no idea what to do to make them stop at this point. It seemed like the two of them just keep working each other up as long as they could. Had the two of them been arguing like this the whole time? Thankfully, like a greeting card angel, Mom walked into the room. Lizzie rushed to her, hanging onto the hem of her shirt, poking out her tongue at Cove. Lizzie, Amy, it's time to get ready to go.
You alright with that?
Sorry, you have to leave already, Cove. Their mommy said she'll walk you home so you won't be left in the cold. I'm sorry, Cove, frick. I feel like I messed up this entire event. Cove was still glaring at Lizzie, his face flushed red with anger. I can go by myself. But...
Bye.
Bye, Amy. There was still a harsh edge to the brief farewell, but you knew it wasn't he was mad at. Without giving Mom a chance to stop him, Cove stood up and stalked out of the room, shoulders drawn tight.
Huh?
Okay. Worried, Mom turned to look down at you and Lizzie. You two were playing nice with our new friend, weren't you? I could effing tell the truth. We were playing pretend and things got intense. They're acting like they're like cats and dogs. Your sister's jaw dropped, looking betrayed, as Mom put both hands on her hips. Elizabeth! I told you to be kind to him. He's having a hard time right now. Lizzie's mouth closed back up, replaced by a tiny frown. I know, I tried, but he was...
That's enough.
Oh. No buts. We both know you can show someone a great time when you put your mind to it. We're going to apologize to Cove and his dad over the phone when he gets home from work tonight. Lizzie hung her head, dragging a foot across the ground in front of her. Okay, Mom. Good girl. You caught pieces of Lizzie sulking to herself about how it was his fault too, but it was over. Alright, we better get a move on.
Let's go.
Oh, is that the other mom? Okay. Let's go, kids. Nolani, where did you leave the car keys? Wow, this is a realistic car. Mom hustled you all out the door, and you noticed during the car ride to golf practice that Lizzie was quieter than usual. She's usually the first one to request which music to listen to in the car, but she didn't say a thing. Your parents know she wasn't in the mood to be bothered. They gave her space, and Mommy just asked you what you'd like to listen to. I want to cheer Lizzie up, sorry. You're happy to see it brighten her up right away, and she starts singing along with you. Soon enough, her bad mood was a thing of the past. When the car ride was over, you spent the twilight hours watching Lizzie hit things with other girls her age. You didn't know much about golf, but you could tell that she really liked it, so you sat with your moms and tried to puzzle it out. It was nice sitting outside after being cooped up in the house all day, and you stretched out your legs to let the last few minutes of sun warm your skin. When the sun was finally out of sight, dipping behind the horizon, you all got ready to leave. Instead of going straight home, your moms took the family out to dinner. You went to a restaurant you had all been going to ever since you could remember. Earlier, you'd only caught the tail end of your sister's argument with Cove, but you could kind of tell that all this helped Lizzie be less angry. The car ride home was quiet, with only the radio providing escape from silence. Lizzie had been in better spirits now, but the closer you got to your neighborhood, the more she wiggled in her seat and frowned out the window. She knew it was coming when you all got back home. Clearly, she was dreading it. Soon enough, Mom was turning onto your street, then reversing into the driveway. Once she cut the ignition, it was dead silent. Oh no! No one spoke, only unbuckled their seatbelts and opened their doors. Lizzie was the last one out. I hate this dread. Heck, I'm not even the one in trouble. I just feel so guilty because I wasn't even there. I'm sorry, Ko. I'm sorry that was building teleports. Once everyone was inside and done taking off their shoes, she propped her hands on her hips.
So,
Now then, Mr. Holden's car is excuse me. Mr. Holden's car is in his driveway, so he should be back from work. That's good news, isn't it, Elizabeth? You and Cove can hash things out before the day's done. Lizzie didn't complain or put up a fight. Her head ducked so she didn't have to meet anyone's eyes. She nodded once. Good. Let's move this to the kitchen. Mom went over to the house phone. The rest of you followed behind her. Mommy put a gentle hand on Lizzie's shoulder as they walked side by side. You watched them from the back. This was only happening because you told on Lizzie. Let's see. You didn't regret it. You felt a little guilty, like you betrayed her. You hadn't liked doing it, but you had to. But it was her fault for doing it in the first place. I felt guilty. You can still remember the look on Lizzie's face. There was no doubt she felt that way about it. You and your sister didn't always get along, but you cared about each other. This wouldn't change that, you thought. The four of you stood around the kitchen in a lopsided square. All eyes were on Lizzie, who kept her gaze on her feet. You remember the number for Cove's house, don't you, honey? Lizzie jerked her head in another nod. Sullen, without further prompting, she stepped forward and she began to dial. Mom reached over and pressed a button on the base. Suddenly, you could hear the phone ringing. She turned on the speaker. The phone rang out a couple times, then it stopped. Mr. Holden's warm voice came through the other end. Evening, Holden's residence. Lizzie looked over at Mommy, unsure. She nodded encouragingly. Hi, Mr. Holden. It's, Lizzie. Can I talk to Cove? Cove? This is me mispronouncing Cove's name. Lizzie Ames? What a surprise, but of course you can say hey to the boy. He sounded cheery as usual, though definitely meant it when he said it was a surprise. You thought hard, and you're sure that your sister had never called Cove's house before. Mom spoke up before Mr. Holden or Lizzie could say anything more. Her arms crossed over her chest. Her lips pursed. Hi, Cliff. Noliana, Amy, and I are here too. Good evening. We're sorry to bother you so late. Hi. Hi, Mr. Holden. The gang's all here, huh? Is something the matter? His voice grew a bit concerned. Mom was quick to reassure him. No, well, yes, but it's going to be okay. Lizzie and Cove got into a bit of a fight today. We were hoping that the two of them could talk and make up. Is this a good time for you and Cove?
What?
A fight? Cove didn't tell me anything about that when I came home. It does explain the funk he's been in tonight. He chuckled lightly. Despite that, it didn't seem like he really thought it was funny. Anyway, it's good. You didn't catch us up at a bad time. I'll go grab him for you. There's some shuffling on the other end. He must have not gone far because you could still hear him calling out. Cove, there's someone on the phone for you. After a beat of silence, there was more muffled talking from Cove's dad. Come on, bud. Lizzie called just so she can talk to you.
Are you sure?
Amy's on the other end listening too. Don't you want to say hi? It took a bit of back and forth. Back and forth. The conversation seemed one-sided since you couldn't hear Cove properly. Eventually, Cove took the phone from his dad.
Hi.
Hello? Hey, it's Lizzie. Yeah, I know. Dad told me. Cove's tone was defensive. Lizzie turned to Mom, scowling. One stern look from her, though, and Lizzie turned away.
Sorry.
I just called to say I'm sorry for not playing nicely with you today. I won't do it again. Lizzie's eyes were downcast, her voice low. You could tell she felt uncomfortable apologizing to Cove in front of everyone. She was still being genuine about feeling bad. Cove must have realized that too, because he sighed quietly. Okay, I guess I'm sorry too. A sense of release washed over everyone at his acceptance of the apology. Mom uncrossed her arms while Mommy's shoulders relaxed. Lizzie's eyebrows raised up. You wonder if she thought that he refused her apology. Dad, can I get off the phone now? You can't see him, but it was obvious that Cove felt awkward about the situation. He had come off uncomfortable the entire time, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can go back to your room if you want. Be sure to say goodbye first, though. Bye, Lizzie. Bye.
Bye.
Oh my gosh. It's like, bye, Lizzie. Bye, Amy. You clearly see, like, the tone shift. He perked up at the mention of your name. You smiled, even if he couldn't see it. Bye, Cove. With that said, Cove must have handed the phone to his dad and left, since Mr. Holden spoke up.
That's a relief.
All's well that ends well, as they say. Thanks for arranging this. I'm sure he appreciates it. As Mom replied, Lizzie tugged on Mom's hand to catch her attention. Can I go now, too?
Good job.
Sure, sweetie. Thank you very much for apologizing to Cove. Whoops. Mom flashed a brief smile at Lizzie and nodded her agreement. Given permission to leave, Lizzie scurried off towards the stairs. She seemed to be feeling much better with the incident behind her. Mom and Mommy returned to the phone, taking it off the speaker. They continued talking to Mr. Holden. You couldn't tell what about. You're glad that was the end of it all. Lizzie and Cove might not get along, and probably still won't, but they weren't mad at each other anymore. Mom and Mommy weren't upset either. Everything was finally back to normal. With that thought, you retreated to your own room with a spring in your step. When do I get the CGs? Honestly, it's crazy. I'm gonna overwrite this because that was just a trial thing I was doing earlier. But yeah, I'm probably gonna end it for today. Let's head back to the other screen. Let's move.
Hello. Anyways, yeah, that was our life. Beginnings and always. And yeah, honestly, I'm a bit overwhelmed. I really like it. But, like, how do I say? There's so many choices. It's like, I could tell the creators put a lot of care into the game, but I'm like, all these options. I think this is gonna take a while to finish, at least even in one playthrough. I'm just used to, like, you know, blasting through, like, oh, every 2 hours, one route, done, blah, 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 and stuff. But, like, this, it's gonna take a while to play, but, like, I'll definitely continue it. I really like it so far, and how do I say? It's really different from what I'm used to playing, but I do really like it. And, like, honestly, I think the memorable thing, like, the thing I most remember was, like, that one time I'm like, you can't own hills, and then a scene later Cove's like, I thought you can't own hills and stuff, and I'm like, oh my god, they remember. But yeah, that'll be it for today's stream. Thank you so much for attending. I really appreciate it. And well, I'm also streaming tomorrow if you want to see that. It's the KFC dating sim, so if you want to see any of that, just come swing by tomorrow at 12. or well, 12 p.m. PDT is my time zone. But wherever it is in your time zone, you can come by if you'd like. Anyways, thank you so much. I appreciate you for coming. And may you have. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, Tony. Oh my gosh, we were just ending for today. I'm so sorry. Thank you so much for coming. But I'm ending it. Pat for you, Tony. You're catching the end. If you're interested in watching it, you could. I really liked this game. It's really, really different from what I usually. I mean, it's still a dating game, but there's so many choices, and it's like really fun in my opinion. But yeah, thanks for making it the last second. But because I'm just about to say bye. But pat to you. I appreciate everyone for coming. Thank you, and may you have a wonderful day. Bye bye. Yeah, you'll have the KFC stream. That's gonna be wild for sure. Bye.